we were told was transitory. The second byproduct was the excess of cash that was printed and dumped into the economy. We overheated it. People didn't want to go to work. They didn't have to go to work. They went remote working, and they didn't want to go back to the office. Well, that's all changed, hasn't it? It is all changed. In fact, what happened is during the crisis, when everybody was sat at home, the white collar industry, tech, could work remote. But the service sector, the blue collar wage earner, they were stuck at home. They on unemployment benefits. Well, now it's flipped. Now that we're open back up, the blue collar industry is back to work and the white collar industry is now losing their jobs. These tech jobs are evaporating. So unfortunately, it's the high wage earner, the white collar industry, that buys homes, and the blue collar industry typically rents homes. In the past, a blue collar wage earner, a plumber, electrician, a single income family could buy a house. That's no longer the case. You need to be a dual income white collar wage earner to buy in this environment. That's a broken economy. That's a broken housing market, and it will fix itself either organically or unorganically with government intervention. And government intervention, you can't put a Band-Aid on a shotgun blast. You overheated the biggest asset class on planet Earth. So good luck with that one. Whew. Insanity, right? We really have to break this down. Now, my job is to protect you. As a real estate agent, happy customers or repeat customers, I can afford to put people on the sidelines and earn their business later. That's the kind of agent you want. You get these agents out there, they're desperate right now. Sales have dropped off a cliff. Mortgage applications are in the toilet. Everything's going sideways. But the big one I want to talk about today, because like I said, I talked about this early on. Here's what's happening now. Stimulus has left the economy. People have exhausted all their stimulus. In fact, the U.S. savings rate now is at an all-time low. People are paycheck to paycheck. They're bridging the gap now with credit cards. Why, you ask? Of course, I'm going to tell you. Because they got used to living a certain lifestyle during the crisis when all the stimulus was around, right? We had excess cash. Well, we got accustomed to that quality of life. And we don't want to compromise it, so we leaned on our credit cards thinking, oh, when the economy shifts, we'll figure it out, blah, blah, blah. That's one mistake I did not make in the 2008 era. I bought a house near the height, and it went upside down on me, but I didn't start to finance my life with credit cards. I just started throwing stuff overboard until eventually the house is always the last thing to go, and I short sold that sucker. It was the best thing I ever did. Shit, I wish I'd done it sooner. And that's a different video. If you're new, get subscribed. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. There's never been a more important time in history to get centered and surrounded with like-minded people where iron can sharpen iron. We're going to sharpen some iron. I'll tell my short sale story. I stuck it to the banks. I played their game and I won. For all intents, and it was a game I do not want to play again. It was horrible, but I was more luck